एवं ऋष्य सुधीयो भगवती अनंते सर्वात्मना विदधते खलु भावयोगम् ते मेन दण्डमर्हन्ति अति यदि अमीषाम् स्यात्पातकं तदपि हन्ति उर्गाय वादः. Considering all this point, therefore, intelligent men decide to solve all problems by adopting the devotion service of chanting the holy names of the Lord who is situated in everyone's heart, under the mine of all auspicious qualities. Such persons are not within my jurisdiction for punishment. Generally, they never commit sinful activities, but even by mistake or because of bewilderment or illusion, they sometimes commit sinful acts. They are protected from sinful reactions because they always chant the Hare Krishna mantra. So, intelligent person. Generally, the definition of intelligence changes depending upon what you consider as intelligent. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna defines a Pandit. In Vedic times, intelligent person is called Pandit. Yeah, Sridhara, switch off anything making sound. Okay. So, intelligent person is called Pandit. In Vedic time, that's the definition. What's the definition of Pandit? He gives a definition, Chanakya. Matrivat paradareshu, paradavyeshu loshtavat, atmavat sarabhuteshu, ya pashyati sa panditaha. What is that? You can open the door, Sridhara. Matrivat paradareshu. Somebody who considers a woman who is not his wife, Paradareshu means except his wife, like a mother. That's why there's a culture. Meet anybody, we say Mataji. In fact, sometimes you go to college as a teacher, I say Mataji. All class laughs at that girl. So I stopped saying. But at least in the heart, we should have it. Correct? Generally, in our culture, in the society, we always say that. Outside, sometimes we have to be careful. Sometimes. Particularly to the youth. General public is still understand, appreciates. Mahatirvyat paradareshu paradarveshu loštavad. We consider anybody's opulence like a stone in the ground. Yeah? Do we give any value to that? We see somebody's huge car, somebody's huge house. Okay? Like a stone. I don't feel envious. Okay? A stone in so many ways also. It has no value. On top of it also, okay, God has sanctioned. What I have to do with that? I don't feel envious. Atmavat sarabhuteshu. That's another point. I consider anybody's pain equal to my own pain. Many a time, this is not easy actually. When I feel a pain, I want the whole world to take notice. Right? Suppose we get an accident, God forbid, and you're lying on the road. We want the whole world to come and help us. When reverse comes, we are not interested. We want to run away. There's so many instances. They showed how, unfortunately, in Delhi, one girl is picked up by somebody. He just, from the road, picks up a girl and is running away. And nobody helps her. Luckily, she escaped. But you see the situation, nobody wants to, he does not understand the pain of another person. And it is said, Krishna is such a great personality. He cannot tolerate another's pain. You become a great man when you have that quality. You cannot tolerate other person having a pain. So anyway, so these are the three qualities. By then we say a person is intelligent. Today, just if I know how to bend an iron, I become if I know how to bend an iron, I'm intelligent. What is this nonsense actually? Such a nonsense civilization. This is called Shudras in the Vedic culture. Shudra is not by birth, it is by your activities. What are you doing? Only bending iron, you are a Shudra. What is so intelligent about it? In fact, it is not given the status of intelligence. But in the modern world, that is intelligent. So Prabhupada uses a very nice word. Sumedasa alpamedasa. You are hearing? Prabhupada Alpameda Swami's brain is full of cow dung. And Sumita Swami's very sharp brain. Krishna Varnam Tusha Kushram Sango Pangastapashadam Yagnai Sankirtana Pray Yajantihi Sumeda Saha. If somebody takes shelter of the Sankirtana process in Kali Yuga, is very intelligent. It's a statement of the Bhagavatam. When Maharaj Nimi was asking the indications of different incarnations, who was the person being asked, Sridhara? Karvajana Muni? Karvajana Muni was being asked. And who was asking? The Maharaj Nimi was asking. That is recorded in the Bhagavatam, 11th canto. So he was telling the different incarnations described. He said, for Kali Yuga, please tell me. He said, Krishna Varnam Tusha Akrishnam. Krishna Varnam. He is always chanting the name of Krishna. Varnan. Kya kar rahe hain? Varnan kar rahe hain. Hare Krishna. Tusha Akrishnam. His color will not be like Krishna. That is for incarnation for Kali Yuga. Lord Chaitanya. Color is not like Krishna. He is a golden form. Krishna Varnam is always talking about Krishna. He is on the category of Krishna. Another meaning. Sango Panga Astapashadam. He comes with associates. Various kinds of associates. Yagnai. Actually, Sango Panga Astra. Astra of Lord Chaitanya is his beauty. People used to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's actually Krishna in the golden form. Color. So he doesn't bring a weapon. He never lifted a weapon this time. Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishna Sango Panga Sapashadam Yagnai. Sankirtana. Start the Sankirtana Yagna. And all the intelligent people will follow him. So those people who take to Krishna consciousness, who accept the process of chanting Hare Krishna, I'm not saying. Bhagavatam says he's intelligent. Now if you look for a certificate, we should look for a certificate from a correct place. No? Suppose a man on the street tells you, you are looking so handsome, you are so smart. I joke, no, that? Normal society. Aho Rupam, Aho Dhvani. Once a donkey went to a camel. And the camel said, Aho Dhvani. You know what the sound of a donkey is so irritating. But Aho Dhvani. And the donkey says, Aho Rupam. What is the camel shape? Like this, his face is there on the top of a stick. Aho Rupam, Aho Dhvani. So society, people just flatter each other. These kind of certificates have no value. No value. Okay? So what is the use of getting certificate from a fool? You get certificate from the highest place. So people want a certificate, I am intelligent. Therefore they collect certificates, correct? Any program you say, we take a program in a college, tell students you'll get a certificate. So we get certificate and they're very happy. Because they want and they keep looking at the certificate and they think they're intelligent. No, they are not intelligent. Are you chanting Hare Krishna? No, you are not intelligent. Chanakya's definition is, can you do all these three things? When you look at a woman, look at her like your mother. When you look at others' opulence, look at the stone on the street. And you look at other pain, you feel like your own pain. Then you are an intelligent person. Correct? Do you find such people? No. Definition of chanting Hare Krishna, did you find anybody? No. They consider themselves intelligent. Ask somebody. Therefore, Prabhupada said we have a very simple litmus test. We ask some people, who is Krishna? I don't know. So Prabhupada said, immediately we tell him, you are a rascal. Over. Our test is over. We have a simple test. Do you know God? No, you are a rascal. We don't need, Prabhupada says, more simple examination. You know, one line examination. Do you know who is God? I don't know. Result, 0 out of 100. Fool, rascal. You know, the Prabhupada sometimes joked very nicely. You know, there was a girl, her name was Saraswati. In fact, one of the families which created a huge preaching for ISKCON in England was Shyamasundar and his wife Malati. Correct? And their daughter was Saraswati. Very small, only this much. You can see some photographs. Prabhupada used to play with her. Take the toy and hide behind his back. She's running all around Prabhupada. Where is that? You know. So what happens then? Any visitor used to come. She used to ask him, "Do you know who is Krishna?" He says, "I don't know." Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. She used to say. Take care. So Prabhupada used to laugh seeing that. He said, the girl is more intelligent. In fact, what happened? Prabhupada had come to India. So a lot of Mayavadi scholars came. You know, their whole life they have studied the philosophy and they are saying, I am God. You know, something foolish like that. You know, we are small. God is great. Correct? Simple philosophy. It doesn't require much intelligence. Anybody can understand. We are very small, humble servants of God. So those people came and they wanted to discuss with Prabhupada. Prabhupada wanted to teach them something. So Prabhupada said, bring Saraswati. She was there. So she came. Who is Krishna? He asked. Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Prabhupada said, see, she has understood everything. Have you not understood anything? Even after reading all the Vedas, you not understand that I am small, humble servant of God. What have you understood? And this one small girl, 2-year-old, has understood more than you. So actually to be intelligent is not easy. Therefore Prabhupada quotes this very famous shloka from Bhagavatam in this. Athapi te deva padhamujam dvaya prasadalesha anugrihita eva hi janavi tattvam bhagavan mahimno natu eva api chiram vachinnam. Very famous shloka. It says, those who got mercy of Krishna, they can understand it. Otherwise you cannot understand. Athapi te deva padhamujam dvaya prasada. Prasada means mercy. Prasada eva havi. Athapi te deva padhamujam dvaya prasada lesha. Little of mercy you got. Anugrihita eva hi janavi tattvam. You can understand Krishna. Bhagavan mahimno. All the glories of Krishna you can understand. Like Prabhupada says in the purport, in the translations, that Krishna is full of all virtuous qualities and is situated in the heart. Somebody who can understand him has become very intelligent. Correct? But how you do that? Only by mercy of Krishna. Natu eva api chiram vachin. For millions of years you can do whatever. You cannot understand Krishna till you get his mercy. Just like sometimes we go to the holy place, people say, when God's mercy is there, I will be able to go. Yes. But just buying ticket, you cannot go. Even if you go, you cannot see that place. Just like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered Jagannath temple, he took 1 step, 2 steps, he fainted in the 3rd step. He said, my Lord is standing here. We also go. What we are seeing? We are seeing a stone. We are seeing a wood. We are not able to see the Lord. So even if you go without mercy, it is simply roaming, that's all. Many times we go to the Dhama and we are just roaming, but the trees are there. It's a Dham. We cannot feel the Dham. So therefore, by just buying ticket, you cannot go to Vrindavan. First thing, if sanction is not there, train will be cancelled. You cannot be able to. Something will happen. You'll not. And second thing, even if you go, just like you go, like is so many people come to temple, they cannot understand. I heard in some places, people are so atheistic, they come into the Lord and they look like this. They don't even bow down because they have no understanding. Correct? For them, it's idol worship. They don't understand what's deity worship. So unless you get mercy of Krishna, and by that you become intelligent, then you can take benefit. Otherwise, we cannot take benefit. So this is very important to become intelligent. One more place, the word Pandita comes in Bhagavad Gita. What is a Pandita? Pandita? The soul understand. What is the shloka? That Panditaha Samadarshinaha Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shunicheva Sapakecha Panditaha Samadarshinaha Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. He sees a Brahmana which has this. Brahmana means he should have these qualities. Brahmana is not by birth. Vidya, his first thing, he should be full of knowledge. Vinaya, he should be very humble. These 2 qualities make him a qualified Brahmana. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmana. Totally qualified Brahmana. Gavi, cow. Hastini, elephant. Shuni, dog. Sapake, dog eater. He sees across the social order where is a qualified Brahmana and dog eater. Among meat eaters, the lowest is dog eater. So from top, I think China they eat meat. So lowest. From top a qualified Brahmana to lowest, who is a dog eater. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shunicheva Sapakecha. An elephant, a cow, a dog, across the species, across the social order. Pandita Samadarshina. He sees equally. That means he is intelligent. How does he see? What is the way he is seeing equally? What is the reason? He is seeing the soul. He knows the body is just a dress, just like I know you. Today you are wearing one dress, tomorrow you are wearing any dress. So I take you to the same person. Because of dress, you are not becoming different. So similarly, finally soul is same or similar. Not same, similar. But all people are wearing different dresses. Correct? By this dress, one person doesn't become higher and lower than another. It has no meaning. This dress has no eternal identity. Eternal identity of the soul is not revealed in this world. So you become intelligent when you understand the difference between body and soul. Therefore, that is called the highest intelligence. There is, in the Vedic time, intelligent class means the Brahmanas, because this is intelligence. If you are able to discriminate between body and soul, then you are intelligent. And if you cannot do that, then you are a fool number one. This is very important question, because spiritual life starts there. So in society, what has happened actually is the complete whole system is shaken up. When Prabhupada went to America, they asked him, why have you come to our country? Prabhupada said, I come to make you more intelligent. Now you understand? Why is he saying that? Now you can understand. They never understand. Those who became a disciple then understood what he is talking. They're thinking we are very intelligent. We can make a TV, we can make, those time, 1960s, I don't think many things were there. But they had technology, much better than India has. We can make some warships, we can make some aircrafts, we can make some guns. Agree? But that is not considered intelligence. Imagine, look at the revolution. Why? Because intelligence means another way. It should solve the problems of life, no? If you are a very intelligent person, modern day definition of intelligence is a big joke. One person has asked, are you intelligent? He said, wait a minute. He went to his pocket, searched, he had good amount of money. Yes, I am intelligent. So in this world, intelligence means you are rich. Correct? Suppose somebody has a lot of money, very intelligent, everybody will say. Intelligence means solve the problem of life. What that money will help you, death is coming, and you will go to become a pig. Is it intelligent? You see that how careful they are. So intelligence means what? It should protect you. I have a problem. Have you taken care of that? Then you are very intelligent. You are very sharp. And therefore Prabhupada is saying, those who chant Hare Krishna mantra are most intelligent. Why? He says they can solve all the problems just by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All the problems are solved. What are the main problem of life? Death, old age, disease, and rebirth in this world. The real problems. Somehow, in this mad civilization, it is difficult to become intelligent. Such a bole mara latta. You go to somebody and tell him, actually intelligence is, he will become angry actually. You can't talk also, correct? And Prabhupada says, sometimes the scientists, they are told to be intelligent. But Prabhupada says, no, they are fools number one. Why? Why do you say so? Whole society is respecting them. Prabhupada said, no. They have not made 1 inch progress. They are cheating you. They are cheating you. They have not made 1 inch progress actually. Because real problem is as it is. Old age is going on. Diseases is going on. Now doctor were recently telling. It was like an epidemic now, the cancer. But the patients are coming mostly cancer. Around the world, generally 30% is cancer. 50% is heart attack, correct? But day by day it is increasing. Because of artificial lifestyle and all these chemicals everywhere. You can't breathe air. Your food you eat is full of chemicals. And so many chemicals are carcinogenic, correct? Cancer inducing, and then more and more people are dying by so many new funny diseases. So they didn't change anyway. The hospital beds are always increasing. New hospitals are coming. Demand is heavy. Why? Because people are. So if you are really intelligent and really good doctor, make a medicine, no? In fact, Prabhupada never liked allopathy. He used to say, first thing, go to doctor. A description. He never used allopathy. And then you have to give 1 chatang blood. He uses his Hindi language, chatang. You have to give this much blood. They'll take your blood. Because in Ayurveda, they never take blood. What they will do? They will do Nadi Vedya. Now those are also not available. They will touch and they will tell you, you have this disease? Said yes. Confirm. They will not ask you also. Just like you go to doctor. Doctor, I'm having high fever. I'm having this. I don't get sleep. Terrible headache I'm having. I'm getting diarrhea. You have to spend for half an hour. You have to speak all that. He will not ask you any question. He will come, feel your pulse. He will ask you, are you having headache? Yes. Are you having loose motion? Yes. You are having high fever sometimes? Yes. He will ask you. You don't have to ask because he can feel the disease. These are the medicine. Oh, no one have to give you this much blood. But anyway, Prabhupada, sometimes a devotee asked, Prabhupada said, yes, what can be done now? Go through the Rakshasi treatment. Prabhupada called it Rakshasi, this card, feet. It's like a Rakshasa treatment, their treatment. Okay? So even in medicine thing, they are thinking they are very intelligent. It's not the most intelligent. But they have, these people, what they have done, boy, there are so many kind of activities, so many species are becoming extinct, including Aushadhis are becoming extinct. So many Divya Aushadhis and Aushadha Ayurveda are not available today because we destroyed all the forest. We are destroying, correct? Because we are creating so much, we are creating difficulties for even other species to live. You know, sometimes in the ocean, they are seeing some part of the world, morning they wake up, lakhs of fishes are lying on the beach, all dead. We are pumping chemicals into the ocean. And the result is this. Now this is intelligence. They call them the intelligent civilization. This intelligent civilization. The whole food cycle you are touching, tomorrow you will be affected, which you are not able to see, isn't it? You know, everything, every animal, including a tiger, every animal has a role to play in the whole system. If you take out anyone, the whole system becomes disturbed. You can't control it actually. So this is not an intelligent civilization. Manda sumanda matayo, Vedavyasa said dull-headed people. They created an unsustainable civilization. They are not intelligent. They created a society in which there is no understanding of soul. They are not intelligent. They have created a society in which there are no values to live. They are not intelligent. Simply advertising themselves, cheating the world, they are intelligent. Real intelligence, if you want to get, you should read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Then you will become intelligent. Correct? Intelligence is cultivated in good association. Okay? If you sit with fools, you also become a fool. That is what is happening today. But if you sit with intelligent people, you will become really intelligent. So these are actually the most intelligent people. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Krishna ye bhaje se bada chatura. Somebody who worships Krishna is very intelligent. Okay? So everybody should proceed chanting Hare Krishna, reading Bhagavatam, reading Bhagavad Gita, be in association intelligent people, Vaishnavas, correct? Then your life will be successful. The society will make a fool out of us. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.